Cold open for today's edition of Oilersnation Radio. It is roughly 8:45 a.m. Pacific time, but the boys are up and at it after a night out in Los Angeles that featured the Oilers. You good?
You all right over there?
I had to cough.
Okay.
No, when I cough into the mic, that would be...
That'd be unprofessional.
To paint the scene, three of us are still in our undies.
Yeah.
I'm laying in bed.
Yeah.
Three of us are still in bed.
Yeah, we're in bed with the headsets on, and we're ready to recap what was a great night for the Edmonton Oilers.
Holy shit, I did well last night on my bets.
Yeah, I did too. That
You know
was a
who's
good-
not doing well is Liam.
Well, I know because
Worried, I got
we can
concerns.
hear every little noise you make.
It's really loud in my ears.
Good
We're still
Lord.
figuring out this new mix, what do you call that thing, Tyler?
Yeah, it's like a new mixer, a new audio mixer, and I don't know what any of the buttons do.
It's not the Roadcaster. The Roadcaster is very simple compared to that thing.
Yeah, the Roadcaster is quite literally made for idiots like us. This is made for broadcasting professionals, not us.
No.
So it's pretty confusing. Anyways, good night for the Edmonton Oilers. So let's get into a little recap here. That is what the people came to the podcast for. So we'll kick it off with the delicious debate brought to you by our friends at Wendy's and the Wendy's app. Earn rewards by downloading the Wendy's app today. You buy a Baconator, boom, you get some rewards. You go for a late night Frosty, boom, you get some rewards. Shout out to Wendy's. Download the Wendy's app today. $5 Cinnabon pull apart and small coffee still on as well.
I would love one of those right now.
Both sound amazing
I
right
would
now and
murder.
needed.
Yeah, I would murder one of those right now. All right. The delicious debate for today. Percent chance that the Oilers finish this series off in 5 games.
I don't even want to think about that. My answer is I want to abstain from answering.
My answer is 100%.
Job's
Why?
not done.
It's
I know, but
Kool-Aid season. Job's not done. Do the work, but it just look what happens when they do the work.
I
They
agree.
shit kick the Kings
I agree with you. The
twice.
I just think of don't rest on your laurels. That's all.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. I think, and I really hope Game 2 was just that reminder.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because last night they just shit stomped the Kings, and I hope they don't go into tomorrow's game feeling like it's just going to be a gimme that it happens again.
No, Kings are they've got pride. They're gonna show up in Game 4. They're not gonna be an easy win.
Yeah, I'm just curious because, heading into that game last night, I think there was a little bit of, we'll call it nervous energy.
Oh,
I guess.
for sure. Even
right?
if you cruised Oilers Twitter, Oilers social, in the comments on any of our socials, people were nervous about the game. They were excited, but they were nervous. Game 2 was one of those ones where
It could have, the result of that game, it was a swing game in the series.
yeah. Lehman, what do you think?
I think that the Oilers already learned their lesson this series, which would have been game 2. So, yeah, I think it'll end in 5. I don't think they'll make the same mistakes twice. They're a matured team now,
You're-
like Frank said.
You at 100%? You a little lower than that?
I'm 100.
You're just
Beginning
like,
to
you're
believe. Let's
full
go,
on
Lehman.
rim.
I'm 100% that it ends in 5. I just don't like thinking that way.
No, that's right. That's right. That's right. But you know what? It's a morning edition of ONR. We've had a few drinks the night
Well,
before.
not this
Not
morning.
this morning.
The night before. So
I guess 1
let it
a.m.
fly,
is
be
technically-
loose. Still ride the wave of positivity and deliriousness after a big dub. But they just proved that if they just show up, Kings don't have a chance.
They were blocking a lot of shots last night.
They are buying in.
Brett Kulak and Darnell Nurse are the two that stand out for me in that department. I
Yes.
don't really know what the numbers say, but I remember looking down the ice a couple of times and seeing both those guys getting in the lane.
Nurse saved a goal for sure in that
Yeah.
melee.
Yeah. Let's do a little part 2 then. What was your favorite part about last night?
Probably the Kopitar fan.
Walk people through it, Liam.
What did he? What I think we were celebrating. What, the 4th, 5th, 6th goal? I can't remember. What
One
it was.
of those,
There was
yeah.
so many. And this guy,
He
stood
looks
up.
like Scott Disick.
Yes, he
Might have
did.
been.
Does look
Scott
like, it
Disick.
might have been Scott Disick.
And he stood up and was like, "You guys haven't seen a Stanley Cup in your lifetime." And Tyler really let him know a lot of stuff after
Tyler
that.
was spicy, but
And then he
I'm
had a
so
fake
sick
jersey.
of the cup thing. Of course, then if you say it, then we say it. It's just such a dumb narrative.
It is stupid.
Also,
Your team sucks right now. Our team is shit kicking your team right now. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
In the moment, we are stomping you.
and that's
right
all
now.
I said. I was like, listen, man, back-to-back years. hasn't gone your way, maybe don't chirp when you're down 5-4, 5-6-1, like you said, whatever the hell the score was at that point.
I got told off by a guy in a Riddick jersey.
Who buys a David Riddick jersey?
That was the most obscene thing I've ever seen.
I admire it, actually. It means he's a real fan.
Or he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they just have a Riddick jersey on the
rack?
shelf.
You don't get one off the rack?
Store. I think you have to specifically request that one.
To be fair to him, I was walking around in a Devon Shore jersey last night. So
Well, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, that is also a decent point. Jay, your favorite part of the game last night?
Favorite part of the game? The Coronation boys.
Oh yeah, the boys from Coronation, Alberta.
They were high energy.
yeah,
They were always fun to talk to every intermission.
And they punished their MasterCard last night.
And they, well, you know, they they don't give away stuff there. They make you go into a little market where you scan your credit card where you think you're stealing everything and it's free, but it ain't.
Oh, I'm the cold performer on that one.
I got him.
I was trying to sneak in behind Jay. I was going to tail Jay in and get a drink on him. And then I was trying to get your attention. He noticed, and then he scooped me. He swung in. Although, I got to say, lady at the gate, she was on top of it.
She was on top of it. She could have definitely diffused the situation, but you took the L like a gentleman.
I took
a
my
free
lump.
beer. So to properly kind of describe this for people who might not understand those little markets, is that there's room with 1 million cameras in the ceiling, and you scan your credit card, and you walk in, and you just take whatever you want and walk out with it. And it processes it and figures out what you spend. So if you go and sneak in behind someone who scans their card, you're in on their card.
Yeah.
It's a great hack, especially when it's BMs.
Or when you got Tyler in Seattle.
I got Tyler in Seattle. It was great. I think I took you for a drink and M&Ms.
Yeah, I think you can.
Because I felt bad for doing it at BM, so I just took a beer. Then I circled back into the market with my own card. And they have that nice wad. They had sushi. It was perfect.
last night.
Yes.
Oh,
You had sushi last night?
Yes. Well, you guys were always so every intermission we would start as a crew.
Yes.
And then somehow we would lose each other. And
we were talking Oilers fans.
Okay. And then I'd go back to the seat, and you guys would be like 2 minutes into the period would show up.
Jay, you've dropped a number of really good quotes on this trip so far, but you sat down, or when we got back to you at the seat, and you were like, I had sushi, and you're like, no price tags on anything. That sushi could have been $100.
Well, it could have been. That's the whole thing. Like, you walk into this room and you think you're getting away with a crime.
And they don't, like you said, there's not a price tag in sight.
Yeah, and
so
there is a crime, and it's being played on you.
yeah, you're
that's
the
exactly
one
right.
getting,
You're getting robbed.
So what was your pick? Oh, the boys from Coronation was your favorite moment of the game. Very good. Yeah.
Aside from the hockey itself.
Yeah, well, is there like a moment on the ice?
Well, you had mentioned this during the Kane melee when he took that hit. I just love how assertive Dylan Holloway is.
He
No hesitation.
He
He's in the
gets
pile.
right in. Yeah, no hesitation. It's just all muscle memory for him. He just goes right in, doesn't even think, and starts helping clean the house.
He's a natural born dog.
He's got the dog in him. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing with Dylan Holloway. And then also we have to shout out Evander Kane.
yeah.
Played really well.
Playoff
last night.
Kane, man.
He's had a great series.
He's
He's
been
showing
really
up.
good all
If he
series.
shows up like that makes a big difference for this team.
Goal and an assist last night for Kane. He took some big hits last
Gordie-
night.
Gordie Howe.
Gordie Howe.
Oh yeah, he did get the Gordie Howe. Yeah. He took some big hits last night. I was just cruising through our boy Zach Lang's Twitter feed here before we started, and you see a couple where he got really leveled.
Yeah, it'd be good to look at the goals. Take a peek.
Why is it a little foggy?
The only one I remember.
What?
Liam, there's no way.
I
remember the goals.
I actually completely missed one because I was leaning down to pick up my beer, and I think it was, I can't remember what it was, one of the power play ones. And then the Draisaitl goal, the sixth goal was super weird. because nobody.
It was right in front of us. The puck went in and out. And I'm like,
I had no idea what happened. There was lights on, but he was like very quiet.
the building didn't even know.
No, it was very strange.
I'm sure on TV it looked perfectly like a goal, but
it was confusing
for us. Like it must have went in and out. So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
and plus it was like the 6th goal of the game, so they're not really celebrating it. So it was very confusing. But that's I was fine with that.
Yeah. Vander Kane was peak playoff Kane last night. He loves playing in that building, man. I think there's a part of that too. Like he loves beating up on the LA Kings, which was great to see.
Well, there were some signs of hate for Kane.
Oh, and they despise him.
Yeah, they do not like him at all.
No, which is weird because he never played for them. I'm trying to think, like, did LA and San Jose ever even have like a big playoff series? Like, why do they hate him?
I don't know.
It might just be because of Edmonton.
It could be.
They were booing him like in his first year.
Yeah.
As an Oiler in the playoffs, or some kind of, and they're like calling him out specifically.
When he held up the fingers to the crowd,
but we already knew they were booing him before that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which that was still one of the all-time moves.
Because I think he got that hat trick in Game 3 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
because that was when I did the worst hat toss of all time.
And he spiked it.
He spiked it. You went Gronk.
Yeah,
Gronk spike. But Evander Kane was an absolute monster last night.
Zach Hyman, what can you say?
Oh, another 2-goal performance from Zach Hyman.
Just dogging it.
The guy just can't stop scoring goals. And it was like we said on the pregame show. By the way,
sorry guys. I know what you're going to say, so I'll say sorry in advance.
Oh, I wasn't even going to talk about that.
I'm sorry.
So we did a squad bet. That would have paid out in the thousands on the same game parlay.
$3,000.
$3,000. $80 into $3,200. We even profit boosted it. And everyone hit their leg except Jay, who missed on the Corey Perry goal.
Jay got the weeds on his, though.
He did. Jay, it was the only reason the payout was as good as it was. BM, you hit over 1.5 in the first
over 1.5 goals. Well, originally I wanted over 33 shots.
Yeah,
that one wasn't in. That one wasn't available. So I went over 1.5 goals in the first period.
And then I went Connor goal. Ding. Liam went Evander Kane over 2.5 shots. Ding. And Jay really juiced her up with the Perry one. But
Perry teased us.
He had that look in the third period where that was the one. That was the moment right there.
I thought we were gonna have a night. I think we went to bed at a reasonable hour yesterday. If we hit that bet, we would have not gone to bed at a reasonable hour.
I could have afforded more Bud Lights at the JW.
At the lobby bar.
Oh my Lord.
I went and bought 3 Bud Lights and they were $36 US. That's an insane amount of money.
Not even draft Bud Light, like a bottle of Bud Light.
A bottle of Bud Light. It was shocking. I could have gone for that price in the States and probably bought 50 Bud Lights at a grocery store.
You 100% could have.
Well, I bought those shots of tequila at the JW last night.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like $110 for 5 shots.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
They just gave me the bill and I went, uh-oh.
I know. No price tag, see?
And Liam and I were begging you not to do it. We were like, BM, we don't want to do shots. We do not want shots. And you were like, nope, come on. Like, oh, my God.
How did you get so drunk last night?
I don't know. Then these guys started disappearing. But this is...
I went for a chicken dinner.
Yeah, Liam
I had a fried chicken dinner last night.
Liam needs to be constantly fed, is what I'm learning.
Well, yeah, what I'm learning on this trip is you're a grazer.
A grazer?
Yeah, you got your meals in, but then in between the meals, you got snacks coming.
Mm-hmm. Man's got to eat.
It's good. You got to keep the furnace burning.
Well, you got to feed the temple. Liam does.
I'll give my favorite moment of the game. We've gotten a bunch of the big ones picked off already, but we should give some love to Stuart Skinner.
Oh, man,
he was amazing.
Big time.
I love that response from Skinner, especially there were so many people, like we were doing the pregame show. We were reading the chat and people were just like really concerned about Skinner. And we were all trying to be like, guys, he rebounds well. Like, let's relax.
This isn't an average goalie that we're hoping.
We're not trying to will something out of him.
He's a good goalie who just has to play his game.
Big save on Kempe in important time.
Yeah.
Right? Where game 2, Kempe was a factor, putting some past him.
Yeah, Stu was great last night. I love to see it. Love a great rebound from Stu. Hope, believe in the guy. Because I was reading ONE's chat when you guys were doing the live show yesterday, and there were so many people that were just so down after game 2, and it's just like, guys, we got this. Just play the Oilers game and they'll be fine.
Just game 2 is disappointing. That's it. It's just we weren't ourselves.
It really is.
Last night we were ourselves.
Yeah, it really is interesting too to see. It feels like the first goal, and I know Gregor pointed out the numbers. Like the Oilers are now 9-1. I think the Kings are 4-1 or 4-1 or 5-1 when they score first in this head-to-head playoff series over the last couple of years. And it's interesting the way whoever scores first seems to be able to dictate the style of the game, right? Like the Kings score first, and it feels like they can just immediately go into their trap mode and sit back and they're good. The Oilers score first, and it's like the Kings go, oh shit, we need to keep up with them tonight now.
Yeah. The trap was not effective last night.
And that's what I mean, right? Like it's the Oilers get up 1-0, and it's like the Kings go, oh shit, we're going to need 2 goals to win this hockey game. And then they don't play in their usual little trap. And I mean, it turns into a little bit of running gun hockey, and the Oilers hammer them. Like again, it was 6-1, and the Oilers missed on a number of good looks. Similar to game 1, the Oilers could have popped home 2 or 3 more.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Corey Perry should have had a goal.
Fuck, that would have been nice.
If Corey Perry scored last night, we would probably be sleeping for another 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah. You actually know what? Thank you, Corey Perry, for not scoring. Because I feel better for it today.
Yeah, no, I would have liked to have the $3,000 personally.
Minus the $1,000 that we would have spent last night.
Yeah, we would have been down at least
quite easily at the J-Dub. Oh my God, I can't believe how expensive that was. It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe we don't go back there after game 4.
But it's nice. So we're sitting there, tons of Oilers fans there because it's right near the rink.
Yeah.
And then Kenny Holland comes in. The lobby bar gives him an ovation. Gene walks in, ovation. Harner Ryan walks in, ovation. The vibes were good. Janmark came down for a bit because his mom was there. I went up and said hello to his mom. Like, is Matthias your son? She goes, yes. I said, you tell him he played a great game.
And he did. I say,
Are you on board?
Wow.
I say reduce his sentence.
Are you on board?
Are you a fan, Mark?
Yeah, I think I'm becoming a fan, Mark.
Man, I've been telling you.
He does the little things.
He does the little things. He does the work. Hits. He's grimy, I should say.
Yeah. He's skating really, really well. Like he's using his speed to his advantage right now.
Great skater.
Which I think is really important. Like him and Holloway as a kind of 4th line duo is really, really effective. And
he must have been like, he's got some skill to him, but obviously he's been put in his role now in the NHL. I wonder, like, did he play World Juniors?
He was a 2nd round pick.
Kenny Holland.
Let's have a look.
We love the Swedes.
He does. Liam, give us like what's the earliest season Matthias Janmark has on his elite prospects?
The earliest season?
Yeah, like a U15 kind of thing?
2007. But the Swedish leagues are weird.
No.
Like he only had 11 points in 6 games.
Yeah, but that's good.
Well, that's 2 points a game.
Oh, I know. There's just not a lot of games.
There's not a lot of scoring. Like it's not as more defensive.
I was expecting.
You need to be a good skater to play on that
I
ice.
was hoping you'd give me like 89 points in 16 games.
Sorry, I couldn't tee you up on that one. No World Juniors.
What about AHL stats?
He was snubbed.
He only played in the American League once in his career.
And we sent him there.
He played 2 games for Grand Rapids when he came over to North America. And then his last time was last season when we sent him down.
For cap reasons, not for performance reasons.
He had 4 points in 4 games that time.
Oh yeah, they couldn't afford to keep Janmark and Costin on the roster.
Yeah.
And then Kane got injured.
Yeah. We were down bad there for a while with the salary cap. Oh well.
I'm a Janmark guy.
Yes.
What about the third wheel on that 4th line is Sammy Carrick. I like what he can bring. I don't think he's been playing his best though. If you were to make a swap somewhere, I think it's ahead of game 4. I don't think they will, but if they were to, it's probably swapping out Janmark for someone, or Carrick for someone.
I feel like Bagmilk's offended by that statement.
Listen, Sam Carrick comes from amazing people. That's all you need to know. I met Jane Carrick last night, who happens to be Sam Carrick's mom, and she's a lovely woman, as was his dad. We had a good chat.
Maple syrup family.
And rumor has it they're sending a case to the office.
I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah.
Cannot wait for that. Anywho. Yeah, if they were to make a change, that's the one I'd make, but I don't think at all. There's zero reason to make a lineup change ahead of game 4. Like, the boys were just humming last night. They've played bad for one period, and this is the result in the whole series.
Just the active sticks, like they were getting sticks on pucks. They were blocking, like they just subscribed to playing playoff hockey, and then also use their elite skill to score a whole bushel of goals.
Yeah,
it was very good to see, and just reassuring. Like it's like, okay, still put in the work, but just we've got this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Frank said, right? He's like, be interesting to see if his team has what have they learned, and they've learned a lot. Clearly, bouncing back the way they did.
Well, these were all business last night.
Totally. It was great. It was great to see, man. It really was great to see. It's so loud every time you take off your headset.
What am I supposed to do? Sneeze into the headset?
Nah, I don't
do
know.
this.
But then it's still loud. How was that?
Another thing.
Do that.
Okay,
Another thing I want to mention too that I really loved last night, and I guess all series, special teams dominance by the Oilers.
Holy shit, do they ever?
They were 3 for 7 on the power play, killed off all 5 penalties they took.
PK's 100% in the series.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What is going on outside?
Is that a motorcycle?
No, it's a car.
Oh. All right.
It's a high-end some kind of car. It's got one of those barky motors. Could be a Lambo or something.
27 saves. You mentioned Skinner. 27 saves and 964.
Ooh, that'll help. That'll boost things.
So what is his playoff?
What's the playoff stat line?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Because he was good. And again, that game,
Game 1, not fair.
there was a moment where that game got to 3-1, and it was like, whoop.
890 he's at right now.
All right, it's climbing in the right direction.
Fielding was getting behind him a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Stu had to make some big saves.
What even happened on that goal? Because Doughty was wide open.
yeah, he crept in.
Yeah,
Like
no
a
one
little
noticed.
bit of a miss.
I think the Oilers need to do a better job. If I'm going to nitpick, the Oilers got to do a little bit better job watching Doughty leave the point.
Yeah. I mean, just watching Doughty in general, because, I mean, in game 2, they just let him go up the entire length of the ice and then go score. But you're right. Like, he crept in beautifully on that goal. Doughty's been a factor. But despite that, it's 2-1 in the series for the Oilers. Chance to take a stranglehold on this thing in game 4 on Sunday night. We had a really good time before the game. Obviously, we did our pre-game show 2 hours before puck drop at First Draft down in LA, a bar where you can pour your own beer.
It was awesome. A variety of flavors.
Liam was drinking Baja Blast.
I also had a Guinness.
Yeah, you really hit
So really,
your palate was.
I still, so when we go back on Sunday, I need you to do the swamp water.
What did I say? I said if someone gets a hat trick, I'll drink swamp water. Or if we hit our bet, I said I'll drink only swamp water for the rest of the trip.
It would have just been so funny just to see you hitting every tap and just give it a little taster.
Ugh, that's gross.
Yeah, it would be awful.
But yeah, we had a great time. It was great to meet a bunch of Oilers fans.
One of my favorite moments in that pre-game was when that one Kings fan walked in and everyone booed and they just turned around and left.
Yeah, they knew they weren't welcome in the bar. It's an Oilers bar.
Oilers bar now.
We met David, who was the Oilers fan, who on his way down lost his bags. Like, the airline lost his luggage, and he didn't have a jersey, so he put out the call on Twitter.
jersey was in his luggage.
Yeah, it was in his luggage. So and the airline lost his luggage. So he put out the call on Twitter being like, I'm going to the game. I want to wear a jersey. Is there anyone in LA who has an extra jersey? And Jay came through for him.
Had to. We had a fellow citizen in need.
Yeah, it was great.
He came and hung out with us. It was great.
Really nice guy,
actually
too.
hung out with a bunch.
Yeah, we were with him all night.
Yeah.
He was one of the $900 shots that we took.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was fun. Kind of regret it this morning, but it
Oh,
was fun in the moment.
Yeah, Uncle
We're also
MasterCard.
I know our social media content will show that we were doing this, but we're also hanging out with Banjo Guy all day.
Oh, yeah.
he was
That was
awesome.
great.
What a nice guy he is.
Yeah, he's good shit.
It was interesting to tell, so many people, everybody wants to know, what does it do? The makeup, how long
Yeah.
does it take? He does that for 2 hours before game days.
And he does it he did it for 38 games this year. That's insane.
Yeah, and so he's only doing half his face. And we had him on O&E yesterday, but he only does half his face for to go into crypto.com because last year he was down for the playoffs. He did his normal full hit face paint, and they wouldn't let him into the building because their policy says only half face paint. So he had to go back to the hotel, took off half his face paint, and then they wouldn't let him in because he brought his drum. And then he had to go back and ditch his drum. So anyways, he got an email confirming if I paint half my face, I'm allowed in.
And then I did see a Kings fan in the section over from us with full face paint on.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you really?
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an opposing fan rule.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny thing is they have a face painting station outside the arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. Anyways, so the Oilers absolutely beat the hell out of the LA Kings last night. We're going to step aside and take a quick break. All right. Halfway through the pod.
Is there like a format
Just
to this?
halfway.
I feel like we should be...
That was our delicious debate to start the show.
Oh, was it? Okay, perfect.
It did turn into more of just an open discussion.
I
about
didn't hear the opening. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Good. Want to make sure you're keeping it consistent, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Friday shows, you know. We do have some Ask the Idiots questions, though. And Ask the Idiots is brought to you by Duragard Fence Limited. If you're looking for a trusted professional fence company in Alberta that can do it all, you can count on Duragard Fence. For 37 years, they have been offering manufacturing, installing, and repair services, as well as a whole range of do-it-yourself solutions. The most highly trained and experienced fence installers operating the most modern fleet of equipment in Alberta. Duragard Fence, your one-stop shop for over 37 years, whether it's chain link, wood, vinyl, or ornamental fencing. For more information or to request a quote, go to DuragardFence.ca. Expert advice and free estimates. Doesn't get any better than that with Duragard. BM, you got some Ask the Idiots questions for
Yeah,
us.
I got a couple, and I feel like this first one from Kev is fitting for today. All he says is, how's the hangover today, boys?
Good question.
That's a great question. Liam's quote this morning when he woke up was, "Death is upon us." Jay is fine.
I'm feeling okay.
I actually feel fine.
I actually do want to hit Bagmel's Pharmacy.
Yeah,
but,
I consulted the pharmacy this morning, and I feel all right.
Yeah, I'm actually fine too. We did a good job. BM, I'll give us credit. We've drank a lot of water on this trip.
Yes, we did. So I think yesterday I drank more water yesterday than I did in the entire time we were in LA last year.
I believe that. I've already almost downed a full water bottle today. So I think staying hydrated is obviously the key to these kinds of weekends. I think we did a good job. The Oilers executed their game plan. We executed ours.
Next up, unsung heroes through 3 games. Unsung heroes.
I'll say Janmark. He's got a couple of points. He's getting on the board. He's forechecking like a demon. The Oilers' depth is, if this is going to be the long playoff run that we're all hoping for and expecting, the Oilers need their depth to be way better than it has been in the past. Through 3 games, I think their depth has been better than it has been in the past, and Janmark's a big part of it. So I'll say Matty J.
I'm giving Dylan Holloway some love.
Yeah, that was going to be mine.
He's an absolute unit. He plays with all kinds of speed. Before the playoffs started, we were kind of wondering, is he going to go in the lineup? Is Knobloch going to go for a more veteran lineup and have Holloway out? Obviously, he's playing so damn well that you can't take him out of the lineup. Dylan Holloway rocks.
Yeah, he forced, and we talked about this coming into the playoffs, even when he had that little 5-game sample at the end of the year. It was like, all right, can Dylan Holloway play so well that he forces Chris Knobloch to make a tough decision? That tough decision is sitting one of Derek Ryan or Connor Brown every single night. And that's exactly what Holloway's done, man. Like, I think I wrote in an article, I was like, it'd be great to see him do what Vinny Desharnais did last January, where it's like, all right, you come up and you get a shot and you just grab the bull by the horns and you never come out of the lineup again. And you just force yourself or force your way into the NHL lineup, force your way to becoming an everyday NHLer. And that's exactly what Holloway's done. So, yeah, that's a great answer. Jay, Liam?
Trying to think. I feel like a lot of people have contributed so far, so it's hard to say who's been unsung.
I wanted Holloway, so I'll let Liam go here first, and I will come up with something scrappy here.
I'll say Ryan McLeod, I suppose. I think he's had a really good 3 games, not scored a goal yet, but I feel like all 3 games from him have been consistently good.
I just wish sometimes...
Penalty kill? He's been good on the penalty kill.
Yeah, he's been great on the kill. I would say, though, with Ryan McLeod, I just wish I could lock him in a cage and poke him with a stick for a while to anger him up some. You know?
If he had 1 ounce of physicality, man, he'd be...
He puts himself in so many amazing positions to blow guys up.
With those wheels he's got, if he was crushing people, he would be devastating.
Yeah. Jay, you got a pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. And removing his massive Stephanian gaff in game 2, I'm going to go with Cody Ceci.
Interesting.
He's been a factor in some degrees. He's been contributing a little bit in the offense. He was the shot on the Kane tip.
I thought he was moving the puck well last
He's
night.
moving. Yeah, he's Cody Ceci is showing up for the playoffs, and I like that, and we want that.
If we're going to the blue line, I think Brett Kulak deserves some love. Obviously, he scored a big goal in game 2. But
I love Brett Kulak.
He's been blocking shots. He's been moving up the ice really, really well, getting up in the rush, still steady in his own end. Like, I think Brett Kulak's been solid on the blue line, so I'd give Kulak a little B answer for me on that one. What do we got next? Is that it?
Third question. What is the best? This one comes in from Mo. What is the best way to handle playoff stress? My nervous energy is getting out of control on game days, boys.
I would recommend bananas. They're pretty good.
Other funny part of the trip is yesterday we went down for the continental breakfast, and Jay had a banana, and Liam eyeballed that banana like I have never seen. And then he goes, "Where did you get that?" So Jay tells him, he goes, he finds one, or there's none left. Jay so graciously gave him the banana.
Mm-hmm.
In playoffs, it's about generating positive karma. If someone has a banana, and if someone needs a banana and you have a banana, you give them a banana.
Mm-hmm.
Someone loses their jersey and they need a jersey, you give them your jersey. And what happens? 7-1. 6-1, sorry. 7-1 because I needed Perry to score.
7-1 because we're counting all the moral victories throughout the day as a goal. That counts.
And shout out, what was it, Tristan?
Oh, yeah, the kid.
Oh, yeah. On our show.
Jackson.
And Zoe.
From
Orange County. Who's
/ Lloydminster.
/ Lloydminster /
also
Lethbridge
Sherwood Park, I
and
believe.
/ Sherwood Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from a
World
lot
traveler.
of places.
This is how you to answer your question. This is how you deal with it.
With the hangover or with playoff nerves? Playoff nerves. Yeah, that's a good one.
Cinderella Man.
A little Zinski.
PM?
I'm okay right now. Thank you.
Yeah, Jay, it's 9:15 in the morning.
10:15 back home, Tyler.
Okay, that's true. I haven't even finished my Gatorade yet. I can't put anything else in my body till I'm done this Gatorade. How do you deal with playoff nerves? Yeah, I would say drinking.
You know what? Embrace them, because you're in the playoffs. So just be grateful and excited for that. And this is why, like, being a sports fan is the best. Is because you get those nerves. It gives you those things of just that. The disappointment sucks, but it's also amazing. Just like when something awesome happens, big win, big goal, series win, whatever, and you feel that high, like, just ride the wave and embrace it all, both good and bad. Try to channel those nerves and fears into just positive manifestation. And then if that gets crushed, then enjoy the fall down. That's what being a sports fan is.
I think you just gotta, I agree with embrace it, because there were so many years that we just did not get any playoff hockey. So like there was stress-free springs for a decade. So I'm happy to be stressed.
Well, very stressful for me. We used to very much dread the summer in Oilers Nation as a business.
Yes.
Because it's like, we don't have playoff hockey. We're going out of business.
Well, yesterday they announced the date for the draft lottery, and we didn't even talk about it. So that was good. We've come so far.
We really have.
Draft lottery.
We made anything our Super Bowl. Anything. We grasped at straws. Draft parties.
Draft parties was our Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we'd have like 300 people to come watch the Oilers draft. One pick.
And everyone knew who the pick was going to be.
And everyone knew who it was going to be. And it's still like, they do it. You're like, yeah.
But like, even we had a draft party. I even remember the one for Kyler Yamamoto's draft, and we still packed a bar.
Yeah.
That was what we did. That was all we had.
Yeah, that was at 22. We picked at 22.
So I think, like, to answer the question, just embrace it and love it, because playoffs aren't always guaranteed. And right now the Oilers are pretty fucking good. And it's just awesome to watch them do their thing. And yeah, just have fun with it, man. The playoffs are the best. I love being stressed out on game days. It's
I know.
fun.
It took me a while to kind of realize that, because, like, I thought this stress was like my life is in shambles. Like, it's not. But enjoy it, because you just love your team. You want them to win. and it's totally fine to be stressed out about it.
What would the tone of this podcast have been like this morning if they fucking lost last night?
I mean, it'd be grim.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, I agree. Like Tyler's
You like
doing
to
that a couple
throw
of
out
times.
these weird situations.
We were having a drink last night. And he goes, "Could you imagine if the Oilers lose the next 3 games?" And we're like, "What?
Well, can you?
No."
It would suck.
Yeah.
Would suck.
We wouldn't be sitting here talking about how lucky we are for playoff hockey. We'd be like, this shit sucks.
Liam, how you deal with the game day stress?
He said bananas.
Oh yeah, bananas.
Yeah,
Outside of
bananas.
bananas.
But
Like
this
potassium.
year, I'm kind of with Jay. I just learned you just gotta be on the roller coaster and just go with it.
Gotta
You know
ride
what?
the
Get
wave.
some steps in. Mo, go outside, have a walk.
Yeah, walks are good.
Walks are great.
Actually, when the Oilers lost in Game 7 against Anaheim, as soon as the buzzer sounded, I just walked out of the bar and walked around downtown aimlessly for 2 hours, calming down. Went and sat at the ledge grounds, stared at that building for like 30 minutes.
Thought about government.
Just thought about
Thought about policy.
thought about the education system.
Budget.
And decompressed. And at the time, I'm like, I'm a crazy lunatic for doing this. But looking back, I'm like, that's the power of sports.
But like if Rick was here, he would say the same thing. Like when the Oilers started off really poorly and he just went and watched that house get torn down by Dog Patch. And he just watched it for like 30 minutes.
Hey, like Connor McDavid said, came back from the fucking dead.
What a quote that was, man. I would run through every wall for that guy.
Especially because, like, he doesn't say stuff like that all the time, so he's not being, like, corny or forced. It's like, no, that was, like, genuine from McDavid. That is what he wanted to say in that moment.
F-bomb.
It also kind of made it funny that he did it whilst holding the painter's hat.
You know what? I shat on it earlier in the year because it's probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But if the team is bought into it and like they take it seriously, then fucking give me a plunger and a painter's hat. I'm all in.
We should get you. It'd be great if you wore that to the game. Wear a
That's actually
beret.
a good getup.
Yeah, it'd be
Like a low-key getup with paper and a plunger. That's
Be
low-key
funny.
good. Could unplug the urinal I was using last night. So fun fact, one of the urinals, and I sent Bagmouth a photo. It might not be posted. Maybe,
yeah, probably not.
But this urinal is full of piss. And why is it full of piss? Because it's blocked because someone put 2 Oilers player cards that are blocking and clogging up the urinal. So everyone, Kings fans, can come and piss on the Oilers. Amazing troll job. And just like the defense on the Oil, nothing was getting through. They did their job.
So we have
There was
a
a
little.
Brian Glynn card, and I couldn't make out the second one.
So we have a little like rule we're trying to follow on this, where it was 2 pictures per period because we're trying.
Oh,
to
is
get
it
good-
per period? Oh, I
Yeah.
really failed then.
Yeah, Jay took 2 pictures the whole night. One is of a piss-filled urinal.
So yeah, so we have
of his ramen.
a group chat, and then just unprompted last night at 10:29 p.m. I get a picture from Jay just of a urinal full of piss.
Full of piss. I also took a photo of Scott Disick.
Yeah, you were taking pictures of him through the bars. It's very funny.
Now, I know people have heard us talk about this last year. Oh, do you have a little tidbit of information there, Liam?
My friend won $4,000 last night on the Oilers game.
Oh, what do you
was
same
the bet?
game?
Same game parlay. Shall I read it out?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Oh, must
this
be nice.
was plus 11,000. So we had Kempe 4+ shots, Kane 3+ shots, Zach Hyman 2 or more goals, McDavid 2+ assists, Bouchard point, Mikey Anderson block shot, Nurse block shot, over 3.5 goals, 25 to just over $4,000.
That is
Awesome. It's fun. Like
And shout out the same game parlay
the parlay lottery is a real thing.
on Bet365.
yeah.
It's a real thing.
It's good. And I don't let me, I'm telling you this right now, on Sunday when we do this again,
Yeah. You're gonna pick Perry goal again.
no, it's a not, well, maybe I will. We'll see. But I don't want to come out of this, what I did yesterday, and come with like some weak bet. Make me bring the juice. I'm the anchor. I'm the juice anchor. I'm either going to sink us or I'm going to let us float into the heavens.
Or we soar. We soar like eagles.
We're going to... Speaking of the heavens, our local deity, Leo Corbin.
Holy shit.
The beam of light.
Oh, yeah, that was
The orb.
The beam of light that you saw on ONE yesterday
That was funny.
the most hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing because I'm looking at Tyler's computer and all Liam is this light. So Liam wearing all like a white hoodie and the sun just decided to shine right on him. How he appeared on video was just this light blob.
We were so unhinged laughing about Liam that the chat was like, boys, like get it back on the rails here.
Yeah, talk about hockey. All right. Is that it for Ask the Idiots?
Yeah, we had those.
That was Ask the Idiots. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. All right. We let's wrap up the podcast with a little bit of hot and cold performers. It is brought to you by our friends over at Boston Pizza. Team up for the win to end Canada's 30-year drought. It's been 30 years since a Canadian team won a Stanley Cup, and for some teams a lot longer. What would it take for Canadian hockey fans to set aside their differences and work together to end this drought? Is it their team or nothing, or could they get behind a rival under the right circumstances? Shout out to Boston Pizza for covering all of our playoff coverage. Hot and cold performers. We don't have the roadcasters, so that means we don't have buns.
Speaking of just the whole Boston Pizza team up for the win,
Yep.
our boy JD.
Who's that?
He told me from Better Collective.
Oh,
He told me last night that he was going to root for the Oilers if I promised to not cheer against the Leafs today.
You know, that's a fair ask.
So that's what I'm going to do today.
Rooting
So
for the Leafs.
I feel like we're teaming up for the win.
That is teaming up for the win. I picture that illustrated emoji of the two hands
Yeah.
doing the high five.
Yeah. So we're teaming up for the win.
all right. Let's start with our veggies, our cold performer of the week, Liam.
Cold performer of the week. Probably just alcohol prices in this crazy city we're in.
Well, it's because you're in the entertainment environment.
Still crazy.
What about the first night when there were
$3
$3
beer.
Bud Lights?
That was awesome.
We should go back there tonight just to soften
Specifically
the blow a little.
from last night.
Like, I think it's all about bringing down the average cost of your drinks throughout a trip. So if we can go have $3 beers
No,
tonight.
what we got to do is when we go to the beach today,
Yeah.
we'll go get
the grocery
30
store.
beers for $10.
Yeah, the grocery
That'll
store.
really bring it down.
Yeah.
And when we go par 3 golfing and load up our golf bags.
Sorry, Liam. Burr.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
That's cold.
Jay, you got a cold performer of the week?
Oh, is it on me already? Oh, damn.
We can go to BM.
Oh, I will. I'll tell you what the cold performer of the week is. The whatever county we're in right now, deciding to do construction on the LA Live
Yeah, the LA
area during Lakers and Kings playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold. Yeah, it just kind of like ruins the whole
It
kind
takes
of.
away. Yeah, it takes away. Like, and I get construction happens. Just mistimed, poor timing.
Yeah, it's
know your teams are going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Start in June.
That's fair.
Tyler, what do you got?
Oh, I can go. Cold performer of the week, the absolute moron I sat next to on the plane ride down here from Vancouver to LA.
Oh my lord.
He didn't know what was, and this is
What life was, I
Yeah.
think is a fair way to put it.
and he just had the look of a guy with not a lot going on. He couldn't figure out how to get his bag in the overhead bin to start. And then he was window seat. There was an old lady in the middle seat
That he did not know.
that he did not know. They were not related. And he was also wearing like the puffiest winter jacket ever, had a big backpack. And instead of like letting her get out of the row, he just decided to climb over her to get to his window seat.
Well, you got
So
to.
his big bag like smoked her in the face. Her glasses are like falling off. He doesn't even say sorry. And then he sits there like spread eagle the entire flight with his big ass winter coat and his big ass arms all over the place. So me and this old lady were all squished. That guy's my cold performer of the week.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and I don't remember how the
And
rest.
flat out deceived.
Yeah, there you go.
I've got a second one.
Go ahead.
The baggage handling is for our friend David.
Yeah.
And also the baggage handlers for our beloved poles.
Yeah, they fucked up our polls.
they
Our
did.
poles are all dinged up.
But-
So we've got this Oilers Nation.
But aren't they
backdrop.
also the hot performer for you?
Yeah, because they came out quick.
Yeah, they came out real fast.
BM, you got a cold performer?
Price of shots at the J-Dub.
Oh, yeah, the price of the Judo.
I just like, I kind of forgot I did that last night. And then you reminded me this morning. I'm like, that one hurts.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Boo.
Boo.
There's my button.
Hot performer of the week, Liam?
Hot performer of the week. I'll just say Evander Kane. I think he took a lot of shit last night. Then he scored a goal. And he just did Evander Kane stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
He's had a good series.
that's the Kane we need, man.
Yeah, he's showing up to his credit.
Yeah.
What do we normally do for hot ones? I don't remember.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh, there you go. There's Jay.
We did
All right,
that
he's
one.
in. Tyler, what do you got?
My hot performer of the week is going to be... I'm just going to say all the Oilers fans that came to first draft with us last night before the game. Like, we had a nice little collection of orange and
I was a
blue
little
in there.
nervous, but granted we were there very early.
Yeah.
And then, wow, did they show up.
Yeah. So whatever, we had 25, 30 Oilers fans pop by with us, which is great considering we're all the way down in Los Angeles. The pour your own beer stuff was really, really cool. We got some shirts as well, which is sweet. So yeah.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Hot performer for me is, you know what? Walking around the concourse at crypto.com arena after an Oilers win, high-fiving and fist-bumping every Oilers fan. The vibes were excellent last night. Going to the J-Dub is like a big crew and like fist-bumping Kenny Holland and cheering for Harner Ryan. And just, I'm giving the hot performer to Oilers vibes last night.
People must know what bag milk is like when he's on the road, especially during playoffs. We walk into the J-Dub and he proceeds to go to every table where there's people wearing Oilers jerseys to talk to them.
Yeah.
This guy is a man of the people.
Social butterfly.
As he likes to try to hide his identity, he is the most public person I know.
When I'm drunk.
Yes. Yeah. It's an amazing sight to see. I love it. My hot performer, I'm just going to do a quick one and then I'll get into my real one because you got to shout out Zach Hyman. The guy is just scoring. He is red hot. I want to shout out. There is this amazing food truck outside of our hotel.
Yes, there is. Yes.
And they sell what they call ramen. And it's untraditional because it's basically just those bowls of noodle soup
That you buy at the store.
That you buy at the store, and then they just make it their own. They inject all this seasoning into the broth. They put meat. They do this. It is so elite. We've tripped over this last year, and Bag Milk and I on the way down were talking about it and thinking about it. And sure as shit, that same truck is there, obviously because they do such a good job. And getting that late night ramen is so amazing and delicious and exactly what you need.
It's perfect.
It's exactly what you need to end the night.
Yeah, it's weird when they give it to you and it's just like, wait a minute, is this just one off the shelf? Yeah. And then you have it and you go, oh my Lord.
Yeah. They use it like just for the noodles and then they just make it their own. It's so good.
Essentially, the noodle bowl is just the vessel for their deliciousness.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
Ooh, that's hot.
Ooh, that's hot.
Hot like your noodles.
It was lovely.
That was good. All right, that's it for hot and cold performers. Let's do a quick little travel report, a little audio version of the Travel Diaries, which is an article series by BM you can read up at the website. But our plans for today are we're going to go to the beach.
We're going to have a little bro day at the beach. We're going to go, I think we're going to go to Manhattan Beach.
Yeah.
And go hang out there. And if hopefully it's nice and sunny, maybe go buy some hilarious beach chairs that we give away at the end of the evening. Go do it proper, sit on the beach, get some cheap beers, sit there, watch Tyler watch the waves.
Tyler loves waves.
Decompress a little bit. We're also going to go to the par 3 golf course. We've stayed at this hotel before that we've talked about that's in Manhattan Beach. We didn't do it this year because we have to lug all this equipment around to do our live shows, but it's got this awesome par 3 golf course. So we booked a tee time there. We're going to go play a little par 3 golf and just chill. Maybe crack open a bottle of rosé. I don't know.
Little brosé.
Little brosé.
That'd be nice.
Air out some
Really
grievances.
Oh, feats of strength.
I don't think I have
Feats of strength.
An early Festivus celebration.
Also, Lakers tickets are down to $127 for the playoff game tonight.
Really?
That's hilarious because what were they when we first landed?
280?
Yeah, 280, 290.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Options.
Yeah. We got options for our day in Los Angeles. And then Sunday, if you're listening to this and you want some game coverage on Sunday, we're going to be doing Oilers Nation every day, a little bonus Sunday edition of the show live at noon Mountain Time. Then we're going to be doing the double up on the pregame show again that night. So a 2-hour pregame show over on the Oilers Nation YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube yet, what the hell are you doing?
If you're at home, Greta. Go to Greta on Sunday. Hang out with the squad.
Greta watch party on Sunday. Free to get
24 minutes until free breakfast wraps up.
Okay, well then we will wrap up this edition of the podcast. Shout out to Wendy. Shout out to Boston Pizza. Team up for the win this playoffs. And just go enjoy Boston Pizza and our friends over at Duragard. That is a wrap on a hungover, shirtless edition of Oilers Nation Radio.
It stinks in here.